Hey, what's going on? It's that Johnny Andrews kid. All right, because there was such a massive, let's just call it what it was, controversy. Ooh, controversy. Over this Google Nemesis program, the Chris X day job killer thing. Well, okay, you may or may not have been paying attention to some of the videos I'm putting out, but I actually am in the process of developing my own thing. Again, yes, I know. And but I honestly was so annoyed by some of the emails I got about Google Nemesis that I said, fine, I'll do it myself. If you've listened and been paying attention to how I do things, you know already I hate doing PPC. I really do. It's not my bag. But I said, fine, you know what? I'll do it. So I went and got myself a Google Nemesis account here, and I went and I built the pages that he's talking about in this thing, the review sites and whatnot. I followed the instructions. By the way, he's actually almost tripled the amount of content inside the program. So if you have, and that was like, I think he launched this thing a couple of weeks ago, but it's freaking ridiculous. But I put together probably the dorkiest ad campaign I could possibly think of. And what I'm going to show you is that it actually worked. Like I'm not the guy that you want to go and learn how to make $1 million a day using pay-per-click. Trust me on this one. Not yet. I'll tell you when I am. Don't worry, I'll let you know. But what I did was, because I can't unfortunately do the login, show you my live ClickBank account, blah 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 kind of stuff. The reason being is I'm in the middle of setting it up at a very specific. Let's just say I'm doing some things that you'll hear about later, but I'm going to show you right now some screenshots. I took these a couple of seconds ago, and I'm just going to walk you through this. See these things? They say review. I mean, I'm spending less than $10 a day because Google Nemesis works. And I'm actually starting to think now that I'm going to be, here's a sale, 23, that's all, in this particular account, that's all I sold here, 30 and 24. So then you go into this one and you've got a, another little review thing, and then 4 sales in one day right here, the total sold, and just in this one ClickBank account. Since I made, if you saw that one about the $1,000 in a day that I did with ClickBank stuff, I've actually opened up 3 more accounts because I've decided that I like it that much. But this one account did $504 in one day, and 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. So at least let's call that. I'm not going to bother to add it up. You can do it yourself if you're really into that. But that sold one. We'll call it $100 in a day, and I'm spending almost nothing. These things are also reviews, and so that's almost what is that? Over $75 in one day, and it costs like nothing to do this. So does Google Nemesis work? Yeah, I'm freaking using it, and I'm going to continue to use it because I think it kicks ass. So I just literally, you're probably this is probably the fastest video I've ever made, and the reason I'm making it is to say stop beating up Chris. It works. It does. It's making me money. I am making so much more money than I am spending in terms of AdWords, and I'll tell you why. It's the first time I've ever seen that happen. I've made some of my initial money in AdWords and then stopped doing it because I was just like, I hate it. I hated it. But I have, just like ClickBank, when I opened up multiple accounts after doing the $1,000 in a day, that was awesome. That was really freaking awesome. I'd been using all sorts of different things up until then. There you go. It works. Google Nemesis actually makes people money. And if there was any traffic, and the reason I did this is because I'm like an uber conservative boob. I mean, $344 in a day is pretty good. That's cool. $500 in a day is cool, and that's just one of the accounts. So you really have to kind of decide for yourself what you're thinking about. But in terms of does it make money? Let me put it to you this way: my click-through rate is off the charts. Some days I'm getting over 30% click-throughs. I hold the #1 spot under all the keywords that I want, and I am paying pennies for those clicks. Why am I doing all of this? Because I followed the instructions inside of Google Nemesis, and I actually did it. And at some point in time, obviously I'm not going to show you a ClickBank account like that because, as I say, I just literally got into this ClickBank stuff. But there you go. Does it work? Yes. Did I do it? Did I buy the program? Yes. Did I use it? Yes. So there you go. I can now tell you Google Nemesis works. It's making me money. And therefore, I will continue to do it because the #1 rule of marketing is you do it. If it works, freaking do it. Just do it. There you go. I'll put a link under the video. Go have fun.